Hey everyone, Rob Maximum RD here. Not a happy camper. The phone might ring here, so if so, I'll just pause this video. I broke my YINLIPS. I don't think I'd even done a video about this unit. It's the YINLIPS Android Handheld YDPG18. I was.
The time is 11 o'clock a.m.
Okay, thank you. I was going to do a video on this unit, which I had received, and it's a low-cost entry into the world of the Android platform, which I had not experienced at all. And I got to say that I really had gotten to like it a lot, actually. Through some great tutorials by Qbetaddict1, I even got the Android Market put on here, a newer version of the ROM operating system that overclocks it a little bit to run a little smoother and to have less bloat and garbage on it. And so bottom line, I mean, I had it all really nicely set up and organized, and I was really getting the hang of using it and the touch screen. And to be honest, between this and my GP2X Caanoo, these were my most used handhelds. And anyway, long story short, I was using I'd actually relocated this to a lower shelf that was quite close to the ground, actually, figuring, this will be a safer place for me to keep it. And then I was shredding some papers last night with one of those shredders that shreds all the papers into like a bucket attachment, pail attachment. And, I had it by the desk in the computer console here. And anyways, I had finished with the shredder, and I went to move it back to the other side of the room, and I didn't realize that the cord was tangled around the power cord that was plugged into this unit, and it pulled it to the ground, which I was annoyed about. I mean, let's face it, I was a little annoyed. But I looked at it, and so basically, it was lying on the floor like this. So I looked at it and I thought, oh, okay, well, I'm not too happy about dropping it, but c'est la vie, no problem. And I just, I put everything back. And now just a few minutes ago, I went to power it on, and then I caught a glimpse of it. There, you can see clearly. I caught a glimpse of it sideways, and I saw this, and I was like, oh no. And I realized what had happened was the shredder, the heavy part of the shredder, must have impacted this. It wasn't from the fall, because it was only a foot off the ground carpeted floor. But during the fall, the obviously the edge of the shredder, or the top of the shredder, impacted the screen, like it probably impacted, bounced off, and everything was lying on the ground. And because I had only seen it head on, basically like that, I didn't notice there was anything wrong. So I noticed these cracks, and I thought, oh man. And then I hoped at first, I know it's crazy, but I thought maybe it's just, is it like a screen protector? And I peeled the edge and I noticed, see, it does come off like that. But then I looked underneath and you could see it's the glass on the cracked screen itself. And I thought, well, okay, it sucks that the screen is cracked like that, but maybe, hopefully, maybe if I, turn it on, see if okay, see, it turns on still. And I thought, well, I'm broken, out of work, and, just not had a lot of great luck lately. So I thought, well, maybe still, at least with the screen, will it still work? But as you can see, I can't even unlock it because the touch function is not even working anymore. Now it keeps going timing out because it's not sensing any touch, and so the screen dimmer is kicking in automatically. And the crazy thing, like, I can't even shut it off because if I keep my finger on power, it says power off, but you have to select it, and it doesn't recognize doesn't recognize my touch anymore. So anyways, yeah, just sharing my misery. You know, sometimes we feel a little bit better if we get things off our chest. But that's it. YINLIPS Android console, very cheap Chinese knockoff that was basically my entry into the Android platform that I was very happy with for what I had gotten for the price. And well, I know a lot of you are thinking, well, just get the screen replaced, you know, and that was my first thought. You know, you can get a screen replacement for PSPs and DSIs and Game Boy Advance and all these things. Even the Dingu handheld, Chinese handheld, you can get a screen replacements for that. But so far I've been searching and I'm not seeing any screen replacements for this unit. And well, I'm in no position to, you know, purchase a brand new YINLIPS handheld. Not at this point in time. Not doing very well financially, so I am resorting back to my Caanoo. You know, it's not an Android device, but it does, you know, play my MP3s, and it is a touch screen, and it does have emulators and all that stuff. So this was what I was using primarily until I received the YINLIPS, and so I guess I'm reverting back to the Caanoo. In the meantime, at least until I get working again and can save up and buy a new YINLIPS. Well, I'm sure there'll be something as good, if not better, by that time. I just thought I'd feel better if I shared my misery a little bit and just show you, stuff happens, as I'm sure many of you are all aware. That's it, Rob. Sad Panda signing off, and that's it, I guess. All right, bye.